Hello everyone, welcome back to another documentary of the Floppedia. We got a lot to do today, so I'm just gonna get in right now. Here we go. So, Big Floppa's father. Also, if you have not seen the first episode of the Floppedia, I would recommend watching it right now, or else this will make absolutely no sense at all to you. Alright, let's start now. Big Floppa's father, who was not interested in music in any sort, ignored it and told Big Floppa to just be normal and do nothing. Big Floppa insisted on rap, so every Friday Big Floppa's teacher would ask Big Floppa to rap at the front of the class. He was so happy, even though no one really cared. In the 1990s, Big Floppa and Justin, his brother, had a conversation in middle school where they joked about being an actual rapper. He would be rich, perfect. He would be humongously rich. Big Floppa said that he had considered becoming one, but Justin interrupted and said that he needed a catchy stage name. I'm studying so much. Thus, the name Big Floppa was born. Throughout middle school, Big Floppa and Justin often slept late to write rap lyrics and beat, with the help of their sister, Floppette, who attended art class. However, Big Floppa's grades plummeted since he only focused on his hobby, so he stopped making lyrics and tunes until 2010 when he wrote his first single, Big Floppa. In the 2000s, Big Floppa did some naughty things, resulting in Chig and Lil Floppa with an Lil. Both of them helped their father to become famous and lead Floppa Clan. Career 2012-2014, early career pre-studio publishing. In 2010, Big Floppa anonymously released his first single, Big Floppa. The track turned out to be a success. It kick-started his career, boosted his morale, and increased his work ethic. In 2011, Big Floppa and Justin contracted Bella, an old friend, to help fund them to make an album. Bella agreed and helped them with pieces of equipment. Big Floppa also asked Saga, Mike, and Bailey, I'm just going to say that. Floppa also asked Saga, Mike, and Bailey to help them. At first, Saga did not believe that Big Floppa made Big Floppa, but then he agreed to join. The team pulled together and wrote 9 tracks and released his famous album. Big Floppa and his friends wrote the lyrics carefully and secretly to avoid leaks. Unfortunately, there's a confirmed link in the YouTube video that will be actually seen in the description of this video. Sorry for the pause a little bit. I just listened to it and it's actually so good. 2014, 2015, the golden age. After finishing the 9 tracks, the Big Floppa Records finally released their first studio and last release, the famous hit album, which I will be calling Fawn. Yes, Fawn. It's an acronym. On the first day, there was nothing, but the album went mainstream the next day. Big Floppa's popularity skyrocketed, and he instantly gained hundreds and thousands of flops. He got interview requests from everywhere, and around 3 billion cats became a fan. A month after the release, Big Floppa moved to Detroit, where he founded the Floppa Clan, which consists of the most hardcore Big Floppa fans and supporters. There, they met with Floppa Crips Gang, their arch enemy. Big Floppa started to become an icon of the United Flops, both in art and politics for some reason. Big Floppa started his first tour in late 2015, where he traveled across the United Flops. The tour was named the Big Floppa Tour. He first traveled to his hometown, Miami, where his father was called onto the stage. He then traveled up north to Floppington, D.C. Very historic landmark, I know. And then to Philadelphia. I think it was Philadelphia. Then he got to New Flop City, Cleveland, and then Detroit. His final stop was Chicago, where apparently there was a mass shooting behind the stage when Big Floppa was singing The Last Flop. What a coinkydink. Big Floppa's last and second tour was called Big Floppa Goes International, where he went to Europe and big countries. He went to most of Europe, Flopsico, Sagada, Flopaslavia, Floppen, and Bing Australia. On December 26, 2019, after Big Floppa's death, yes, he did die. Some theorize that Big Floppa escaped to Brazil instead of succumbing to fatal wounds in a hospital bed. However, many believe that this theory to be rejected due to witness testimony placing Big Floppa's corpse in the suspected vehicle. The world ended up losing the most influential and inspiring artist that anyone had ever seen, causing a riot lasting 2 days. Now we talk about his death. Why don't we, just take some ride? We could take the boys as well. Probably just relax a trip around Detroit. Maybe we'll go to 63rd Street if we're lucky enough. Big Floppa, a day after his death. On December 23rd, 2019, Big Floppa was sequentially found dead after a drive-by shooting on 63rd Street, Detroit. Released medical documents account for 16 gunshot wounds, leaving him in a critical state. The renowned musician was rushed to a surrounding hospital, where he would later be pronounced dead after succumbing to his injuries. The official cause of the death was reported as low oxygen, caused by The official cause of death was reported as low oxygen, caused by pneumothorax, coupled with catastrophic injury to the heart and major blood vessels, leading to lethal blood loss. This artist shall live on in our hearts. May he flop in peace. Now let's get back in. Don't think about that bad stuff. But first of all, I have a theory alert. The picture describing his last tweet, it says it was posted on December 24th, 2019. His death was on December 23rd, 2019. This is proof that his death was either staged, faked, or Floppa made people think he was dead, so he might be working with Bingus. It's a very slim chance, but there's a huge possibility. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, go to the Floppedia and go down to the section where that quote was. And you'll see, if you look at it, it was posted December 24th, 2019. Now let's move on. Revival. In 2021, Big Floppa 2 was created by Floppa Clan from the Revelation Project. Matt Drip makes Big Floppa 2 the leader and announces to the public that Big Floppa has been found and has been guided back to Miami. Big Floppa 2 later orchestrated the Second Bingistani Civil War, supported by many Floppa Clan members. Other ventures. Big Floppa Records. Big Floppa Records is a record label founded by Big Floppa and his friends. The company owns every Big Floppa's songs, and sometimes his friends and families, such as such as Shags, I want to Bingus. I read that wrong. I don't want a Bingus. The company has a net worth of around 250 million flops. Holy floppus! Holy literal floppus! That's a lot of flops, my boys. But let's continue. Floppa Clan. Floppa Clan is most significant registered and law-immune mafia gang in the world. Big Floppa founded it, and it consists of Big Floppa's most dangerous and hardcore supporters. The clan was founded as a response to the Floppa Saga genocide done by Bingus, with the support of the UF government for United Flops of America. Floppa Clan fought its way to eradicate Bingus and his evil empire. Moreover, they fight Floppa Crips, since they do not like Big Floppa socks. Politics. Big Floppa has openly endorsed Barack Flobama almost every time he was asked about it, considering Flobama has done many things for him. He also funded Flobama's effort to eradicate Binguses, and many of Floppa Clan members were part of the UF government. Eris. In 2012, Big Floppa hired Eris as a secretary. Floppa knew that Eris could be trusted because of his incredible long schnauzer and his hatred towards all Bingus life forms. Eris still works as Floppa's secretary to this day. Personal life. Big Floppa has two siblings, Justin and Floppette. All of them received the same luxury from Big Floppa's music sales. He has many friends, including the famous rapper Saga. Sometimes, in early 2016, he called out his father, who did not believe him becoming a real rapper. Still, his father, Alexander, received the benefits of his son's success. Big Floppa's relations with his parents is supposedly good, knowing that his father, Alexander, works for Floppa Clan. Big Floppa has always loved her mother, Catherine, who passed away because of an accident back in 2001. Even though he only has had one name, his mother would call Big Floppa in his American name Gregory, or Greg, while his father would call him in his Floppa Slavian name Grigory. Big Floppa was a devout Floppist. He was raised in a moderate Floppist household, since his ancestors were Floppa Slavian. Since the Floppa Saga genocide, Big Floppa became a zealot for Floppism, as he defended his species against the tyranny of Bingus. He has publicly promoted Floppism many times, and every time he started a live concert on performance, he would always pray to Floppus in front of the audience on stage. Big Floppa's children are Little Floppa and Jag. Big Floppa, we're not very close to them, since both of them are unwanted products. Oh my god. Still, Big Floppa took care of his children, giving them money and significant positions in Floppa Clan. He later chose Lil Floppa to be a successor in the Floppa Clan. Controversies. Since the Floppa Saga murder, actually, Big Floppa has always despised Bingus and his nation, Binguston. He always promoted hate towards Bingus in his songs, and what I can't say towards Bingus. Even in his live concerts, Big Floppa would yell at every performance, "Flop Bingus and his mother," which was indeed a vulgar and ungentlemanly statement. Still, this kind of behavior was accepted in countries worldwide, especially Floppa and Saga majority countries, because Bingus ruined their species. Young Choppa, a friend of Big Floppa, who is also a rapper, visited the Bingus camp to record her music video, "Binguses, You Better Flee." The video contains censored yet disturbing graphics, reaping critics. Still, hatred towards Bingus and Binguses were tolerable. Thus, the situation faded away, with Big Floppa claiming that the gore is just some punny CGI. With around a billion copies of his famous song sold, Big Floppa's many awards in his lifetime. This includes 6 Grammys, 6 Billboard Awards, the International Music Award, and his most prestigious Artist of the Decade. After his death, people referred to Big Floppa as a miracle in artistry, and his death was a terrible loss for the world. Now we're actually going to move on to quotes, and then we are done. You shouldn't believe anything on the internet, man. Those blood and organs in Chop's music video, those are just funny CGIs. Don't get fooled. Black Fingers eating butter. The album name. I despise Fingers and everything he's affiliated with. Nerds be like, Fingers this, Fingers that. How about you, Fingers the hell up already? LeBron moment. Why does everyone assume rappers aren't hail floppers? And that's going to be the end of the video. Check back in someday to see if there's a new Floppedia episode here. And goodbye.